So, people, Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. This was a game that was supposed to change our fortunes, but instead it was same old Mikel Arteta. £1 billion spent, one shot on target. 260 million spent in this window. Same old Arsenal, same old Arteta. I want to say that today's result is on the manager. I'm not even really blaming the players today. The manager has to take the blame for that performance. And listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think Arteta wins Arsenal a Premier League or a Champions League. It doesn't matter who we buy. You can buy whoever you want. If the tactics do not suit that group, you are going to struggle. Arsenal today defended very well. Let's separate the performances. Defensively, we were solid. Salah was quiet. Ekatike was quiet. Gakpo, Wirtz, they were quiet. McAllister got taken off. We restricted Liverpool. But this game was about us. We're the challengers. We're the team that are trying to change the narrative. We're the team that are 5 years trophyless, while Tottenham have won the Europa League, Chelsea have won Conference League, Club World Cup, City have won everything. Liverpool have pretty much won everything under Jurgen Klopp. And even Slot's won the title. Even Palace have won an FA Cup. United have won FA Cup, League Cup. We're the team that everyone's saying, go on then, prove that you're this new team. You've got Gyökeres, you've got Eze, you've got Zubimendi, you've spent 260, biggest transfer window in the club's history. We're the ones who've got to prove that we're about that life. Defensively, we were solid, but the reality is we turned up with 4 centre-backs, 2 defensive midfielders, and Marino, a centre midfielder. So we set up basically with 7 pretty much defensive-minded players. And also we pull our 2 wingers back. So effectively you're defending with 9 players. You're defending with 9, 10 in fact, the goalkeeper. So you've got Gyökeres up there, really. And that's basically it. So when we don't concede many goals and look solid defensively, I'm not surprised because more than half our team is in defensive situations and defensive positions on the pitch. Going forward today, we didn't turn up. So I've seen people say, oh, we played well. We didn't play well. Defending well doesn't mean you played well. It means part of your game went well. 50% of your game was good. You defended well, but we still conceded. Liverpool today, that was the easiest result this season. I know they only scored 1 goal and it was a free kick, but overall, in a defensive manner, we asked no questions of them today. Van Dijk and Konate today, in particular, that was their easiest game of the season. Newcastle, down to 10 men, scored 2 goals against them and threatened to win the game. Bournemouth, 2-0 down, got back to 2-2 and caused panic. Crystal Palace scored 2 goals at Wembley in the Community Shield. Arsenal turned up with all this firepower. Eze came on 60-odd million. Gyökeres 60-odd million. Madueke 50-odd million. We had 1 shot on target in 90 minutes. So I just don't buy into the narrative that we played well today. Our attack was woeful today. Our attack was woeful. Like, surely as a fan, in a game like this, it's been built up all week. I was excited for the game. Fans were excited. The 2 teams that we think are going to go head-to-head for the title, along maybe with City and Chelsea. And we played like a team that is in a relegation battle, that's going to Anfield and doesn't want to get battered. And you put 7, 8, 9 players behind the ball and don't concede in the hope that you can nick one from a set piece. And guess what? The set pieces didn't work today. Why? Van Dijk and Konate are monsters in the air. So all them Declan Rice corners were irrelevant. They went bang, thank you very much. Bang, thank you very much. Get out of here. Gyökeres today looked like a bodybuilder up front. No service, starving. Might as well have been in pure gym with 3 20 kg plates on each side, bench pressing. No service. Didn't look great on the ball. Hold-up play needed to be better. You're going to make a top striker look like Ricky Lambert if you keep playing like that. Martinelli, game over. Game over. He's got to go. He's got to leave the football club now. Simple. It's not good enough. We got to stop feeling sorry for players. Oh, what if he can get the 22-23 form back? It ain't coming back. They ain't coming back, people. It's like BlackBerry Messenger. It was a good time, but it's done. And he is not the answer at Arsenal anymore. I said it before, Martinelli's got the best job in football. He plays bad for 60 minutes, gets taken off, then gets paid £180,000 in his bank. What a job that is, getting paid to do his job badly. Madueke today, he was decent. He was lively. I don't actually think he played that well, because if you look at it, all his crosses and shots, Kirkez blocked them. I've seen people online saying, yo, Madueke roasted Kirkez. Not really, because Kirkez actually blocked all the crosses and blocked the shots. Kirkez actually defended him well. What he was lively. What he was, he put Kirkez on the back foot. You could tell Kirkez was having to think about it when he was defending. It wasn't like Martinelli when it just looks easy. So Madueke was our most lively player, but the standard is so low that just by looking lively, it looked like he had a really good game. He played all right. He played okay. The midfield. A lot of people have said to me, why is your rating of the transfer window not higher? One of the things I've said constantly on here is our midfield has got a massive question mark over it. Zubimendi today defensively did not look good. He looked lightweight. He gave away fouls. I think defensively he's worse than Thomas Partey, and Partey was good in that role. On the ball, yeah, very talented player, but big games away from home, not totally sure defensively about him. These are games where you're not going to be on the ball as much. Declan Rice, I've said it before and I've said it again, he's not a left eight. He's not a left eight. You'd be better off having Rice in the 6 and spending big money on a number 8. I'd rather have Rice and someone like Barella or Bruno Guimaraes in the 8 and then Eze in attacking midfield. Because I don't think Rice is a number 8. He's just not. And in a game like today's where you probably want Rice in the 6 for his power, but yeah, I don't think our midfield balance is that great. Speaking of midfield balance, let it all work out. People in the community in tears. We're so happy about the signing. Ian Wright, videos from Henri. And what do? You bench him. Oh, but he's only just signed for the club. He's English. He plays in the Prem. He knows the league. He's fully fit. He's done the whole of pre-season. The standard of Martinelli is on the floor. Odegaard's out. What more do you want? The guy hasn't come over here and doesn't understand the league. He's a top player. Did you see how Martinelli played today? Me or you could have played better than how Martinelli played today. He was woeful. But Eze needs time. He's only just signed. He can't start. Why can't he start? Is he jet lagged? Going from Croydon to the Emirates. I mean, how is Eze not starting that game? What did Merino do in attacking midfield today? He spent most of the time rolling around the floor, begging for free kicks that he didn't get. In midfield, Mikel Merino has been a flop at Arsenal. Take away the striker role where he did really well. When he's playing in midfield, he is not good enough for Arsenal. Not good enough. Martinelli on the left today was awful. So the two places where you could have picked Eze, those two players were woeful. Arsenal's team today should have been Eze, Nwaneri, Madueke, Gyökeres. And we would have caused them problems. Because Nwaneri drives when he gets the ball and he makes people commit. And he did quite well last week against Leeds. He changed the game for us with his driving runs. Madueke on the right, Eze on the left. You've got 3 players going at them. Gyökeres is going to get support. We turned up with Martinelli and Merino. Are you... Crazy work. Crazy work. Calafiori did well against Salah. Kept Salah quiet. I thought Calafiori one of his best games defensively. I thought Gabriel did well. Kept Ekitike quiet. Thought Mosquera did really well when he came on. Credit to him. Timber, I didn't like his performance going forward today. I thought his attack was not good. Defensively, he was pretty solid. He was good, but going forward, he needs to improve. If he wants to be one of the very, very best in the world, Hakimi and fullbacks like that at right back, they're far better than Timber going forward. That's something he needs to work on. David Raya all of a sudden is playing like a guy that wanted to be a midfielder but ended up in goal, playing crazy passes when we're under loads of pressure. Probably an instruction from the manager, but he needs to pick his moments better. If we don't feed Gyökeres better in big games, he's going to struggle. You know, United not involved. Liverpool not involved. Leeds, he scores two. We don't want him to purely be a player that has to pick off the weaker teams to get his goals. We need him to score in these games sometimes. The service was woeful, and the lineup was not set up to help him. So I just don't understand. Let's talk about Saliba. Apparently, Saliba got injured in the warm-up. Rumours online that he rolled his ankle, right? So he gets injured in the warm-up, and we play him. There we go. It's confirmed. Saliba twisted his ankle in the warm-up, right? Confirmed by Arteta. He said he believed he could still play, but straight away in the first two actions, I could see that he couldn't cope. Now, some people will say it's football, but it doesn't make sense. If anybody has ever rolled their ankle, which I have, it's not an injury that you can often run off. It gets worse. It tends to get worse. Now, surely, as a manager, when we've got injury problems, he rolls his ankle in the warm-up, we pull him out of the game. I know it's a big game. I know you want to play, but we've got to protect you. Gabriel tore his hamstring last season. Havertz having surgery. Saka's out injured. We're going to have to leave you out. Cole Palmer tweaked his groin last week for Chelsea. They pulled him out. We've played him. Who knows? You might have made that worse now. Was it a risk worth taking? Probably not. Mosquera played well. You've just signed him. You should have trusted him. You should have trusted Eze. For me, Arteta, you've took Arsenal to a certain point, and I'm going to give you credit for that. You've made us challengers again. But I've said it before, I think Arteta has a slight inferiority complex when he goes to places like Anfield. He's got that Everton mentality of when he played for Everton, where he's used to going to big grounds and being the underdog. He's playing survival football. He went to Anfield today and tried not to get beat. There was no real ambition to win. He was hoping to score from a set piece. Once we realised Kanate and Van Dijk are winning all these headers, we had nothing else to offer. We never looked like scoring. We didn't create anything. One shot on target in 90 minutes. Bournemouth, Palace, Newcastle have all given Liverpool much harder games than Arsenal have. And do you know what, people? They are going to sign Isak and Mark Gahey to add to that Liverpool that beat us without even getting out of first gear today. We could have beat them. We had a huge opportunity to send shockwaves through the Premier League going into the international break. But instead, what everyone's going to say is you've spent 260 million and you still can't go to Anfield and win, even when they don't play well. So all this unbeaten record against the Big Six, when's the last time you went to Anfield and beat them? When's the last time you went to Manchester City and beat them? We haven't beat them for years. We get draws there. And for me, without going over the top, I just don't think we're going to win the Premier League or the Champions League. I don't see any evidence to suggest that this style of football is going to lead us to success. I see a Liverpool team that is confident, that is about to sign one of the best strikers in world football in Isak, and that is about to sign a top quality centre-back in Mark Gahey, who scored a worldie tonight for Palace. And they're going to get significantly stronger tomorrow if they get those deals done. We're going to sign in Capia, but probably won't buy an attacking player. Lookman apparently is available on loan. So I'm disappointed. Listen, you go to Anfield and you throw the kitchen sink at them and you lose 1-0. It's disappointing, but you might be able to understand it. If Alisson's made save after save, if, you've hit the post and you look really good. But when you go up there and play stinky football like you played at Old Trafford, the only way that is acceptable is if you get out of there with 3 points. I said at Old Trafford we were poor, but we won the game, so you ignore it. But when you go and lose, you don't ignore it. You don't ignore it. I'm concerned. This is the reason I question this manager. I think tactically He's not good enough when it really comes to the crunch. There's many managers that are better than him tactically, considering the amount of money that they've spent. Glasner, FA Cup, Community Shield winner, with a Palace team that loses their best player nearly every summer. Do you know what I mean? Hansi Flick, Enrique, Zidane, all these managers that win trophies, big trophies. Come on. Let's not be afraid of change. We've changed players, we've changed sporting directors. When are we going to actually say maybe we need a top quality manager? Because I'm telling you now, if Saliba and these guys don't sign new deals, we're going to have problems. International break. Arsenal therapy will be tomorrow. We'll go into more detail. He said some crazy things in the press conference. Um, Basically along the lines of we should have got more out of the game. We had one shot in 90 odd minutes. People, big up, hit the like button and subscribe. Honestly, I'm frustrated because I felt Liverpool were there for the taking today. I don't think they played very well, but neither did we. Neither did we, people. International break. Let's see if Jamaica can qualify for the World Cup, people.